It's really close draft-wise. I'd maybe lean towards GXR. I like the timings of the Terrorblade a little bit more.
I think Masaros, he might struggle a little bit in this laning phase, but as long as you can kind of ride out the Metamorphosis, you should be just fine. Still, it can be much easier said than done. Meanwhile, top lane, though, Jackie's in big trouble on the Medusa. Is going to end up dropping. So Mizu able to pick up the first kill, and it looks like they also got a concussive shot, and it was more than enough to finish off the Medusa pretty darn easily by the looks of it. Slight net worth lead the way of GXR, but ultimately I'd say it's still an extremely even game. Could go either way. So Alacrity looking to make a rotation, but looks like he was just getting his bottle back off JoeCam. Q's going to show up in the mid lane for some reason on the Disruptor, and he might be punished, but he has help coming in. Q already gone, set 0, going to get cookied up by Paulson. He'll be another death as Fearless. He's going to try and fight back, but he's going to be able to walk away. JoeCam even going down there on the Skyrath. Masaros able to pick up that kill, but still very favorable for the side of GXR. I figured it out before they told me, but my sincerest thank yous for trying to help out. We do appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things you don't expect going back in. Jackie though, being jumped, level 6 splits up.
I disagree, by the way, John. I was wholeheartedly expecting this to happen as Jackie top lane is going to get caught out. Does end up going down to Mizu. Another great setup there for GXR. Yeah, Brewmaster Skyrath just really kind of broken to try and fight into, but it's not as easy as just saying it to pull it off. Like, Mizu's been doing a great job, and so has JoeCam. His bot lane, Masaros now. He's going to get jumped. Cookie is there. He's dropping very low. Alacrity should be able to continue chasing him down, and does do so. They find another great killers. Now set 0 is being chased. Fearless, he's going to try and show up and jump the back lines, and they will at least get one, but Alacrity's going to find a second on the Ember. In fact, Sunder's out. Silence is there, and they'll get Fearless. Great play out from GXR. That was a really nice kind of move in from the side from JoeCam. I'll do some checking up. I'll figure it out.
All right. It's one of those days. Still, 10-2. GXR playing really aggressive. TPing down bot. Silence out onto Fearless. Chains out. Alacrity does manage to get the hits off. No chains, but still manages to live. Skyrat Mage ult's too strong and the spits out. Q barely living with the stick. Not quite enough. Does melt as they just line back up for mid. Hello.
Next time, be more aware of your surroundings.
Yep. I have a pink chat. I can't tell if my in-game audio is on.
Neither can I. We're back, John. We are live once again. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen.
And this'll sap some of their starch.
The rune of regeneration. Mourn me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Roshan being taken as well. That's going to be the first Rosh of the game going the way of GXR. They're going to have the security of that Aegis on in your dream.
GXR, they'll just keep hitting that tier 3 tower in your dream, feeling so safe with that Aegis up. Jackie, he's going to try and move in on the Medusa, but really can't even get in range of the Terrorblade as Mizu. He will just continue to hold them back. And in the end, they get the top racks. That'll be enough for them. Luckily, this time around, at least for the Medusa, he doesn't get punished for it. Still, the whole map basically belongs to GXR. The one saving grace right now is the top lane is pushed out and Motivate. They're going to try and force something. Chains out, who have they got? Fearless, he'll zip in onto Mizu. They want that Brewmaster first. Try and get those silences off, but he's just so damn tanky. He's not going to die that quick. Can they get him in time? No, he gets the primal split off, and now the turnaround. Back in onto Masseros and Jackie. Jackie's already lost all his mana pool. He's gone. No chance of survival. Fearless, he will be the second to drop. They've got buybacks, but there's still 1 minute on the Aegis Fit in your dream. They could just go high ground again.
Yeah, they don't have a big warrior in GXR send. They know Static Storm's down. That's a big team fight spell. That Motivate Trust have to rely on for their silences because they don't have an Orchid. They don't have any easy way of preventing the splits, of preventing the silences coming through. And it's just difficult right now for Motivate Trust to play high ground.
Yeah, Q just ends up getting dropped so quick. Masseros is going to be able to back off as Fearless tries to snipe Jocam. But nice chains out. Alacrity holds down Fearless, and they found another. In your dream, he wants more. He's going to feel just so much more mobile with the Ags up. Can they keep going? It seems like they can.
Yeah. I mean, they've got so much damage coming through even without the Metamorphosis. Oh, Alacrity.
Yeah, nice chains out, Alacrity. He already rips through set 0, going right after Q. Now the Disruptor just not going to be able to sustain. Not through all that damage output as Jocam about to drop, but Alacrity chains up Masseros. They might be able to trade, but no. It looks like they want to just try and back after the Aegis. Is Masseros going to keep moving in? Paulison is eventually just going to end up killing himself to the Rupture. They will try to go for a bit more now. In your dream and Alacrity, the main culprits they really want to try and secure, but in the meantime, you do have In Your Dream now, who does have a Satanic up. And in fact, he's already moving in. In Your Dream, he's already ready to go high ground again. Metamorphosis there. SNY, Satanic, Alacrity. He's going to jump right in the back onto Q, and he's got another one. And Alacrity just so aggressive on this Ember. So he moves for another. Fearless, he's been silenced up, and he's also dead. He just can't survive through the silence, and he has no way to purge it off. Onto Jackie now. They've got the Medusa in the air. They will just ignore him. In Your Dream, he goes after the final lane of Barracks. Back in on the Medusa now. They want the GG call. They might just get it as well. Jackie, he'll pop the Stone Gaze. In Your Dream just turns his back over. Eventually turns his back around to the Medusa. And we'll just get to work as Q. He's seen enough. He wants his game to... He'll call it GG.
Yeah, GXR. They had a really good time in their lanes. Motivate Trust not able to really match up against duos they had. We saw it early on, but all the aggression come through. So I'm keen to see what Jackie takes, what route he wants to take for farming. Is he confident in just scaling towards late game against the Terrorblade, or will he want to pressure early? I think that's the big part for Motivate Trust this game.
Because again, with all the bonus armor you get from that tier 1 tower, you're probably not going to die.
Just a bit too much tankiness there. They're still trying to force the issue, though.
That they are, but Paulison, he's overextended now. Homing missile is going to fly in. Arrow will not land, and Masseros is able to take the kill with the Blood Ride. It's a very kind of greedy play there from Paulison to try and sneak in for that bounty.
With a Resonant Pulse, much easier for him to wave clear and some burst damage compared to Flame Guard being a DOT. So it's much more manageable. You do have to be
nice
careful,
remnant.
though.
Yeah, that's a really nice remnant out from Alacrity. Fearless, he might just be gone, and yeah, he is. He tried to eat a Fairy Fire to survive through it, but the tier 1 tower just hit a little bit too hard. Jocam. He chased down, Magic Missile, gonna connect. Top lane, I believe In Your Dream's about to drop, but is gonna be able to get Masseros, and does before he does go down. John, you can take over for a bit. I gotta go try to resolve this.
I don't think it's a particularly big issue for the Terrorblade. You do tend to go for alt stats builds, especially with Scotty, so you're not going to run out of mana anytime soon. The bigger issue right now for Motivate Trust is really just trying to hold back on the mid, right? Like, Fearless is still being run down. Alacrity gets another kill with his level 6 spike. Pretty good level advantage to have, hitting that spike earlier. Fearless still a quarter way to his 6. And Alacrity, this is the same point where we see him kind of start to overtake. Maybe we see a mid-rotation out. Likely we'll just see him go onto the side lanes. Mizu does find kill in set 0, but he is dropping low. Jackie with a missile isn't going to be able to find a kill. They managed to gun down that early homing missile level. Still stuck at level 1. He did opt to max out in Magic Missile, so he went for a 3-2-0 build. Would swap up, but here comes a bit of a rotation with the haste. Alacrity, looking for the angle, has one step charge up. Sees set 0, Gonna go for the Abaddon first. Remnant out, stun out. Not gonna take too long. Another kill under Lacti's belt. 3-0 now on that Void Spirit, as he does just haste back towards his lane. They did manage to take Jackie up to the top lane, so they're going to look to split push, but Lacti's all there with the TP, jumps in onto Q. Arcane Curse misses its mark, and the missile is just too slow for stun to stop the Void Spirit. So he's now 4-0 with 2 lane rotations. Blood right out though, with the silence is in. Lacti in a bit of a dire spot. Flat kind of damage is good. The Simulate on cooldown. They find punishment. So Jackie gets a massive streak on his side, and that's a good turnaround for Motivate Trust. Fearless just manages to run away, hooking up top, maybe looking for Mizu here. Revenge, magic missile, homing missile onto him now, as they do make the move in. Fearless has the chains. The blood rights there, their stun combinations lining up. They even get the arcane curse off. That's going to be a nice kill on Venge. -2 and again, but here's In Your Dream. He's got the metamorphosis up. Damage out onto Q. He's falling really low. Is gone. Jackie left behind all by himself. Arrow comes out as well. And Jackie's just dead. It's just left for dead by his team. Masros leaving him behind. So overall, GXR wins out that trade. Not going to be able to find a simple kills on the Abaddon anymore, but that is freeing up space down bot. In Your Dream with a Metamorphosis is going to take care of the bot tower quite well. They will trade her top. Masros is pushing by himself. Going to be 1-for-1 trade as they do manage to get the hold onto Jokam. Miranda dropping really low. More int coming out for Q. 10 int stacks on our support silencer. Good start on him. Are getting the TPs. Bot tier 1 still stands. Mizu gets a stun off onto Fearless. Can they actually get the kill? Rupture out onto In Your Dream. Held back in the Blood Red with the chains. Swap out though, but not enough. In Your Dream? Does he have Sunder? No. Doesn't have it leveled up. They lose Mizu as well. Alacti being held back. Paulson being ran down. And the Ogre Magi is set to fall as Motivate Trust are finding their aggression and getting the tips out onto Paulson. So they're feeling confident in this game too. But the smoke coming out from Motivate Trust, they're looking to wrap around as well. They've got a better ward up top in the triangle. So they're going to be hunting down In Your Dream. They know he's up there. Scans out. But there's that A twisted global silence as well. In Your Dream going to be caught out and just killed off. Just like that. Simple. More int coming through. Smoke on smoke doesn't pay off, but they're going to wrap around from behind. Lacti does get the pull off onto Q. Does start to drop low. Setsuru now standing in the middle. Does pop his Baratron. They get the ults off onto Lacti. He is ruptured up. Blood rights there. Can they get the damage off in that silence? Yes, they can. Fearless does get the kill of his own as Mizu's being chased down. That Aetwas is just doing so much work. Mizu being held back. Jokam does manage to jump away, but there's the spirits out from Fearless. Jump onto the Mirana. Find another kill. Monster is just racing around, but all the speed he has on the Bloodseeker. Not going to dive tier 2s yet. But 14-10, 6k lead for Motivate Trust does eventually pop. They will walk away. Q
is under attack.
maybe looking to be cheeky, doesn't have the double silence. Hello, Mike.
Hello, John. I've heard you going on for non-stop now. It's bottom lane. I'm going to go onto the Ember, Aether Remnants there, and double Astral Step will get it done.
Serves as bellows to the world.
At the very least, good news is it seems like it's a much closer game between these two. Motivate Trust leading by 4k. John, while we do have a chance, I didn't get to see much of what was going on because I was running around the house trying to resolve this issue. In fact, hold that thought, because Masteros, he's about to get caught out. Arrow, though, is way off the mark. They were trying to find a nice angle, and Masteros, he will still drop anyway. But Bloodright's going to come in, and Global Silence is committed, and they've got In Your Dream. Got a great kill on the Terrorblade. It's now Motivate. They will take over the Dire Triangle.
And just that one combination, Aetos into the Bloodright with a follow-up stuns on homing missile and chains, it's enough to get the damage off. Like, you've got a Silencer who's hitting really hard with all the levels he's got. They will lock down Fearless, though.
And they've got the Ember. Fearless, he's just going to get blown up. With their draft to go after this Roshan, but they are going to get away with it. First Roshan of the game to go the way of Motivate Trust. But I know you've been patient, John, with this this muting thing on the silencer. It's we still haven't seen it, which is rather upsetting. But it is still very doubtful to see Q getting to the level 25 mark, especially when they're this dominant in the game. So Arrow does land. Masteros, he does get caught out. Global Silence is there. Rupture's still going on Alacrity, but it does eventually wear out. But still, they are unable to find a kill into Masteros.
Yep, I think they can. They don't have Global Silence, though, so that's a bit of the hard part. They don't have their good control, but...
Chains out. They do lock down the Ogre. Mizu, nice swap away in the Venge. Still, it barely saves the Ogre Magi's. Now, Alacrity, he's going to jump in for a cheeky Resonant Pulse. Blood Rider's there. Mizu going to have to tank through the damage. Now they might go back in. Last word, Curse. It might just be enough. And it will be. Mizu does end up going down on the Venge and Motivate. They're just sniping people right now. They swap Masaros back in, but a quick BKB out is going to make sure he does remain safe. So go after that Venge Remnant. Joe Cam will try to jump in with the Starfall, but ultimately all they can do is slowly chip away at Motivate. But when you've got Setsuro right behind Jackie, he's just not going to die. As now Fearless does jump in. He's got Joe Cam down already, and he's going to go for a bit more now. Onto the Ogre. He's got Polison. Alacrity still ruptured up. He'll try to fight back the best he can, but Bloodright's going to be there with the Rod of Atos. He'll juke out with the Yules. Back to Alacrity. Double step is out onto Fearless, but a Photic Shield to save again. Jackie, he'll lose the Aegis, but he wants the reset anyway. He won't mind.
Dire's top tower is
And in the end, they're going to go for the racks. No problem. In fact, Polison, he almost dies to the Curse again. Arrow, it's not even going to land, I don't think, on Jackie. So Jackie just walks away with the BKB up now. Suppose that Zero was there with the Photic Shield anyway. Zinyo Dream going to move in now with the Eye of Skadi up. Maybe they could kill Jackie at this point as everybody's left him behind. And he will in the end go down. So GXR able to pick up another kill for themselves. And Setsuro, he's stuck in the pace right now, so he's going nowhere. In Your Dream will take another. And so ultimately, even though the tier 3 tower was taken down,
Of the Skadi down line, he's still a ways off from that Satanic though. It does look like he is prioritizing damage, going for that Daedalus first. So we'll see if that will be enough to sit true. Mizu has to be a bit cautious. He's been throwing his body forward. Fearless pops his BKB as well.
I mean, why the hell not? That's a pos 3 Venge you're going after, and if you can get the kill with the BKB, you may as well just pop it. Certainly is a value kill right now for Motivate Trust. They have a 4k net words lead now. I mean, In Your Dream, though, he's still going to be a bit of a scary man as they run in now with the Moonlight Shadow out. Arrow is going to land Jackie. He's been caught out all by himself. And he's going to go down. His tips are flying out already from GXR.
You don't really have any way of holding him down. You have to kind of time your global silence once you see the BKB commitment. If you are worried about Sunder down the line, there's always going to be a saving play here on GXR to ensure In Your Dream stays alive. And just loots more ult.
They've got Alacrity. Captured up, he'll Yules up. Glimmercape is there as well, but the follow-up is out from Fearless. They even find themselves a nice DD rune to bottle up there for the Ember.
So there's a lot of downtime that GXR can kind of abuse and kind of just look for the openings, get their own kills, get that build up. They are slowly building up as well, and there are other heroes here on GXR. Alacrity is inching towards his Ags, just about to win gold off, but Fearless.
And it gets the BKB off right in time. And if you're Motivate, you still feel like you're the team in the lead right now. You definitely want to be the instigators if you can. The GXR, though, seem to be the ones getting aggressive, but Mizu gets ruptured up on the Venge. Masaros going to move in. They'll have enough to get through the Venge, but not the Remnant. As now the full-scale team fight will break out. Setsuro already borrowed time is out on Jackie. He's dropping quite low on the Gyrocopter. They're going to try and back out. In goes In Your Dream, though, and they've got the damage. They've got more than enough to get through the gyro. As now Q has also been caught out. Another tip out for the Silencer now. And just bad news over and over again for Motivate. It's going to be up in 15 seconds. Very, very soon. Both teams understand the timing very well. Just waiting around. Trying to position nicely, but Motivate Trust. They smoke up. They want to try and move in right here, right now. And Paulson, he's going to spot out the smoke immediately. He's now that jumps out. Setsuro. He'll pop the borrowed time and he'll be fine. However, they'll keep moving in. Fearless remnanting forward onto Paulson. Meanwhile, Jackie, he's dropping so low. They've got the Gyrocopter down once again. He has buyback available, but he'll hold out for now, as they will chase down Fearless. Luckily for Fearless, he does have the Ags available right now on the Ember.
You know, you give him some space, you give him a couple of kills, he takes over. In that last fight, he didn't even have Metamorphosis. It's difficult for Motivate Trust. Even in melee form, they have some ways of kiting him. It just doesn't pan out, and he still has, somehow he still has a 9-second BKB up.
Here we go. Demon's all popped. He's attacking very, very fast right now. The TB is Q. Whoopsie. Gets caught out with his pants down. The Venge, Mizu, no, he's going to be just fine. He has swap in 5. Last word out. Bloodright gonna hold him down for a bit. Remnants forward. Mizu, he's still running out of there. He's gonna survive through it. In fact, never mind. He does finally drop, but now Fearless has been caught out. He'll get his BKB off in time and try to fight back. Get in your dreams, Aegis, as well. But he has the meta up. He's ready to pop it whenever. And I'm sure GXR understand how far ahead they are right now in net worth. They're just waiting for that right moment.
They just need to be a bit cautious. They know Global Silence is down. It's a relatively simple push up.
Oh, swap in. Fearless, he's been silenced again, and they just rip through him. Mizu buys back immediately. So he dies. No problem. He'll buy back. They seem to believe Fearless might not have a buyback available, but he does. Thing is, it doesn't appear he wants to use it. So in your dream, gonna move back in onto that bot Rax. Takes it very, very fast. Swap out again. Who have they got this time? It's gonna be Jackie. That is a massive, massive target, and Jackie just does not survive at all. Is now Fearless. Where's the Remnant, Fearless? What happened? Was he not BKB'd? Am I blind here, John? Masaros is going to try and run. GXR, they'll keep moving. Into the mid-racks they go. You've got 2 heroes down, 2 cores in particular without buyback right now. In GXR, they should be able to at least clear a second lane of barracks like this. Mizu, nice swap in. He's got set 0 there on the Abaddon. Burrow time immediately popped, but is it going to be enough? With the 4-star from Masaros, it will be, but Alacrity still steps in. Doesn't quite get the kill. But we'll be able to back off just fine. They've still got time for a 3rd Rax if they really want to. But it looks like they're going to play it safe.
So the back and forth will just generally favor that Terrorblade. 16k lead for GXR. Motivate Trust really starting to lose the grip on the map. GXR just managing to bounce back in really strong form. And Jackie?
Oh, Jackie, no. He gets swapped in. Mizu, he's there once again. In your dream, he has no mana, but it doesn't matter. He's just got so much damage. He'll keep rushing forward. Jackie just getting dived underneath the tier 3 tower by In Your Dream on his own. And without Jackie for another minute, how do you defend this? Hell, even with Jackie, how do you defend this base?
So disciplined to stay together in a pretty good spot. No Global Silence as well for about 40 seconds means they don't have a clear piece of control to kind of just find an opening. And even if they did get the GS, In Your Dream still has an 8-second beacon. He just hasn't used it much.
He doesn't need it. Onto set 0, borrow time immediately being triggered, but look at In Your Dream. He just aims the Ancient. He knows what he needs to do to win this game, and that's exactly what he's going to do as Fearless. He's jumped the backlines, but they've called the GG. He doesn't want to die again, but he'll have no choice in the matter. They will just clean them up, and In Your Dream, he's into the fountain now. He wanted another, but he won't get it. It won't matter though, John. Another great game out from GXR, and they'll take this one 2-0 against Motivate Trust.